We thought Parag Marathe was taking control of this team, but so far, the moves on offense seem very much like
100%.
In order to they're here to placate Kyle. You signed a blocking tight end to a 3-year deal. It's like, Kyle, be happy. You brought back Juszczyk. Kyle, be happy. And you signed Mac Jones. I like the deal. It was 2-year deal is cheap, but this is such a Kyle Shanahan move. He's been wanting this guy since 2021. I still think the organization straight up vetoed his ability to take him with the 3rd pick, which is like, good. You shouldn't take him with the 3rd pick. Much better to get him 4 years later on a 2-year deal for $7 million. Now you got him. How does this affect things with Brock? Does it affect things with Brock? Does this give the Niners any leverage? What do you guys think of this move?
Nick,
go ahead,
go
Maj.
first. Okay, I'll go first. For me, I don't like. I like this signing. I mean, I kind of think Mac Jones wants to do what Sam Darnold did and kind of rejuvenate his career. Which, look at Sam Darnold, but he just got the bag, right? So, I mean, Mac Jones. I don't think he affects Brock at all. I don't think he's even close to Brock. Yeah, Mac probably has a better arm. That's kind of it for me, I guess. But I like this signing. I don't think it affects Brock at all, though. Mac Jones is Mac Jones. He's not going to do anything to Brock. But I do like the signing, though, how we didn't get like a Jameis Winston or Grant. You even said Joe Flacco. I would have not wanted Joe Flacco. I would have much rather the Mac Jones. So I'm happy we didn't go that route and get Joe Flacco.
Just because of the age or what?
Yes, the age. Dude, he's so old, man. He's so old.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah, it's fair.
They could get him too, actually, if they wanted. But yeah,
they could.
QB3.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, to answer like the leverage part, I don't think it adds any leverage because they already have all the leverage. Like, what are you gonna do, Brock? Are you gonna sit? Okay, don't accrue a year, and then you're gonna be stuck, right?
Exactly.
And even if he threatens to like hold out for OTAs, it's like, oh, you want Mac Jones to get 1st string reps? Hey, God love you, thank you. We wanted to have a competition, but if you just want to let him do it, great.
Yeah, like, so I guess maybe in that sense it does, but I don't know. I see them playing hardball, and I see them saying 3 years, 115, 120 million, fully guaranteed, take it or leave it.
Say it again, 3 years, 100, how much?
Yeah, 115, 120.
Okay, so a little bit more than Darnold, or significantly more.
Yeah. I mean,
which is
worth
worth
it.
it.
Be like 40. It'd be like around 40 a year.
But a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude,
okay.
I just think I think they're gonna do that. Otherwise, they would have signed it already, Grant, right?
Yeah.
Like you would think, right? So I just think that that's how they're gonna play it, and they're gonna be like, sign it or leave it. Oh, you want to play on a $5 million contract this year and then franchise tag? Like, the way I look at it is Kyle has to figure this out, and if he figures out for the long term, cool. But if he doesn't, like, he's gonna get fired anyways. So he's probably like, either I figure it out the good way and we still have money to pay other players, or I'm fired and it doesn't matter anyways. You know, like, I feel like that's how he's looking at it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Part of me feels like the Niners ownership is like looking for a reason to trade Brock and not pay him because they're trying to slash salary and he's going to be so expensive. But then we were just talking about, is this a full rebuild or a half rebuild? And if you trade Brock, it feels like a full rebuild. And say, look, we think Mac Jones at $7 million, 2 years can operate this offense.
And Mac Jones hasn't been on a good team in his whole NFL career.
It's true. I mean, I'm saying maybe he can, but like that feels like a full rebuild. I feel like what the Niners are trying to do is like save this money to pay Brock and say, okay, well, we didn't make any splashy moves this offseason, but we had to pay our quarterback. This is what it looks like. We still have our core. We're still confident. As opposed to, hey, yeah, we gutted our team and our quarterback's Mac Jones now, but definitely renew those season tickets.
What do you think the percentages are for him getting paid, him playing out his contract, and him getting traded? What are the 3 percentages?
That's a good question.
Because it has to add up to 100, obviously. But what are those 3 percentages?
Okay.
Like, what's his trade percentage right now?
The trade percentage is if he insists that he's getting take no less than like $50 million a year. And I don't know that he would insist that.
Grant, I don't think any team's trading for Purdy, bro. I think the only people that think
20%. I think that Purdy says absolutely not. Bro. I think Josh Allen taking 55 and Darnold taking 33 might convince Brock and his agent to settle for something in the 40s.
Nobody's trading for Purdy. Nobody's trading for Purdy. Like I
I-
think
well,
the only people
There's
only,
a lot of teams that could.
Steelers,
Dude,
Vikings,
but the
Browns,
only-
Giants.
I feel
Yeah.
the only people that think we're gonna trade Purdy is 49ers fans. Like if you ask a lot of other fans, no one's taking Purdy, bro. I don't know. I just think yes, no, we're not. There's no chance we're trading Purdy. I don't know what team would pick him up. You guys say Vikings.
What if you're like the
Raiders.
Giants, though? What if you're like the Giants sitting at pick 3? You need a
Mhm.
quarterback,
Mhm.
and you trade for Brock, and you use that 3rd
I
overall
would
pick,
rather
and you
draft a
draft,
guy.
and you draft Travis Hunter. Now you have
I'd rather
Travis
draft
Hunter,
a guy.
Malik Neighbors, and Brock Purdy. It's a
I understand that's. I
like,
understand
they're
that's good,
fighting
but
Yeah,
for
because
the
at
same
3 you're not
job.
going to get a
Like,
quarterback, right? At 3 is a chance you miss both.
Well,
You
I
could.
mean, most likely you're gonna have Shador.
Okay, and they might prefer Brock.
Yeah, well, because if you go that route, you could have Brock and like a guy like Travis Hunter.
True.
But if you take Shador at 3, then you're just have Shador, right? And
Yep.
it's a rookie quarterback. So
Yep.
It's true.
I
I
don't
just
know.
don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't know what team's gonna trade for the guy. I think the team. If a team actually traded for him, I would be absolutely shocked. I'd be shocked.
But again, I think the Niners can make this move. They absolutely can trade Brock Purdy because they signed Kyle Juszczyk today. So whether the quarterbacks, Brock,
back to
Mac,
this.
Tanner, I don't think it really matters. When you have a fullback who can literally do everything, I don't think it matters who your quarterback is anymore at that point.
Why don't we
Can he
just trade?
I-
No. But why don't we
Yes.
just trade Purdy and put Juszczyk at quarterback?
now you're talking. I think you should start a new offense, a fullback centric offense.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kyle Shanahan is total? I mean, I know he likes Brock, but do you think he's telling Jed like you got to pay this guy, or do you think he feels like, you can hold a
Dude,
hard
okay,
line because I really like Mac too?
Don't rush. Don't rush.
Unless something has drastically changed, like and I get there's been some change from what it looks like from the outside perspective, but it would have to be a massive change because we hear the story about him running upstairs. No, like don't trade Ayuk, keep him. We're gonna sign him to this contract. So if he could do that with Ayuk, but he's not doing that with Purdy, like, you know what I mean? So
I'd- I don't think they're gonna rush it. I don't know. I have a feeling like with Mac, I don't know. I feel like the Niners, hopefully, they don't rush it. Like if Purdy's holding out, whatever, let Mac ball. Let Mac ball. Simple.
Yeah, I mean, they could
Famous
trade him
last
if if
words.
someone offers something good for Purdy, or they could just say, "Look, dude, if you want to hold out, you're under contract. You can come back when you want, and if you hold out too long, you might just be the backup." I don't know. We'll see how Mac does.
I don't think Mac. I think Mac would actually do well. Like I don't know. For me, I think he'd do well. He can't scramble, but
I think he'd do okay, but he'd have a couple Jimmy plays a game where you're just like
He would.
hands on
So
your
does
head as the
Brock.
balls in the air.
So does Brock.
so does Brock though. Yeah.
Okay, but you can't tell me when you Grant, when we would watch Jimmy play, it was every pass he threw, you're like
That's true.
like you
But
know what I
like,
mean?
It
I don't-
happened over
you're
time. You know what I mean?
Brock
Like
does less
it
of
ha-
that.
it was more and more over time. I
You're
think with with
comfortable.
Brock, it was more last year than the year before,
Yeah.
and it was a lot in the second half.
Yeah.
And I mean, he does
I'll
it a
give you
lot in
that.
training camp. I question his decision making.
I'll
I
give you
think-
that. Because last
Yeah,
year
but he's
okay,
not Jimmy.
But
he's not Jimmy.
before last year, when Brock would throw a deep ball, I'd be like, oh, he sees something.
Mm-hmm.
Last year it was a little more like a little gaspy, but never I've never felt the same way compared to Jimmy. Like I would gasp.
Also,
Yeah,
Mac,
Jimmy was bad by the end.
Yeah.
Jimmy was
Mac
bad.
can actually play in the rain and the snow. That's another thing. He can actually play in the rain and the snow.
I
Purdy
mean,
can.
he also played in a game in the snow and had 0 passing yards. in
That's
one of
true.
the games. So I
That's
don't really
true, but-
know I don't really know if we could say he could pass in the snow. When
That
he
was
You
a
think Purdy
classic
could
Kyle
have done better
Juszczyk
though?
performance. You know what I mean?
I don't-
It's like
I think-
carrying the team.
Nick, I don't think Purdy
100%.
would have done any better. There's no way Purdy would have done better. If Mac Jones had 0 passing yards, I think Purdy would have had 0 as well.
That's fair.
I think it's some people get all upset when you bring this up, but I would actually like to see a competition. And they don't have to call it a competition, but I want to see Mac with the starters because we've never seen him. I mean, we saw it in college. It looked really good, but we haven't seen Mac on a team with legit talent. And we've
No.
seen Brock on a team with legit talent. I just want to see what it looks like with Mac too, because the Niners never really got a good look at what they'd be with Darnold. And
Just test the waters.
I'm not sure that Purdy's better than Darnold. I don't know. We'll see.
It
I
can't
think-
hurt.
No, it
Yeah.
can't. But I think Purdy. Well, you asked me right now, is better Purdy or Mac Jones? I'm going to say Purdy. But you haven't even seen Mac
Yeah.
Jones' full potential, and now he's on the Niners with some talent. Who's Mac Jones thrown to in his career? He's thrown to Brian Thomas Jr.,
Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne. He's had absolutely no one. He brought the Patriots to the freaking playoffs one year.
Yeah.
So you never know. I would like to see that though. Little competition. I'd like to see that.
I'm just so not eager to spend a lot of money on a quarterback who's not elite. Like whether it's 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, I'd much rather have a quarterback on a 2-year, $7 million contract if I don't have Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes. I'm looking for any reason not to pay Brock, and it's not personal. I really like Brock as a player and as a guy. Like covering him has been a lot really cool, and he's down to earth. But come on, dude, no, it's just a bad football decision to pay a quarterback like that much money.
If he got the exact same deal as Darnold, would you think you got a steal?
No.
It'd be a solid move, but like the Bucks have Baker on that deal. Are they winning a Super Bowl?
That deal was also 3 years ago.
Yeah. It's like it's a good move, but you're not winning a Super Bowl like that. You're either winning a Super Bowl with a great quarterback or a cheap quarterback. The middle of the road guy, you could justify it and say he put up good numbers. He went to a Pro Bowl. We won 12 games. Okay, but you didn't win a Super Bowl, and you're not going to win a Super Bowl.
You have to sign the right free agents, and you have to absolutely ball out in the draft. Like that's how the Trent Dilfers of the world won a Super Bowl. So I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And someone in your chat said Brian Thomas is a no one. No, I don't think he's a no one. I think he's very good. I was just pointing that out there. I don't know why this guy thought